Dear students, how are you all? I hope you all are enjoying still at home, isn't it? Anyhow, let us have an interaction for a few minutes and study as well. What would you like to drink during hot summer? Cold juice or cold water, isn't it? Likewise, what would you like to drink during cold or winter season? Hot coffee, hot milk, or water, isn't it? Similarly, we wear woolen cloths during winter when it is cold outside. Also, we prefer to wear light colored cotton cloth when it is hot. In winter, we feel cold and feel warm in the summer. Dear students, let me ask a question to you. How do we know whether an object is hot or cold? Definitely you may say that is by touching the objects. Yes, it is our sense of touch. So, in this lesson, heat, we shall study about hot and cold, temperature, measuring temperature, reading a thermometer, unit of temperature, different types of thermometer, etc. In our day-to-day life, we come across a number of objects. Some of them are hot and some of them are cold. Tea is hot and ice is cold. Vessel on burning stove is hot and fruit juice is always cold. Dear students, do not touch objects which are too hot. Be careful while handling a candle flame or a stove. We see that some objects are cold while some are hot. You also know that some objects are hotter than others while some are colder than others. How do we decide which object is hotter than the other? We often do it by touching the objects. But is our sense of touch reliable? For example, lukewarm water is hotter than cold water. Boiling water is hotter than lukewarm water. Then, how do we find out how hot an object really is? A reliable measure of the hotness of an object is its temperature. Temperature is measured by a device called thermometer. Dear students, have you seen a thermometer? Recall that when you or someone else in your family had fever, the nurse or the doctors measured the temperature by using a thermometer. The thermometer that measures our body temperature is called a clinical thermometer. A clinical thermometer looks like the one shown in figure 4.2 in your textbook. A clinical thermometer consists of a long, narrow, uniform glass tube. It has a bulb at one end. This bulb contains mercury. Outside the bulb, a small shining thread of mercury can be seen. If you do not see the mercury thread, rotate the thermometer a bit till you see it. You will also find a scale on the thermometer. The scale we use is the Celsius scale indicated by degree centigrade. A clinical thermometer reads temperature from 35 degree centigrade to 42 degree centigrade. India has adopted the Celsius scale and we should read that scale. The other scale with the range 94 to 108 degrees is the Fahrenheit scale or degree F. It was in use earlier. Dear students, now let us learn how to read a thermometer. First, note the temperature difference indicated between the two bigger marks. Also note down the number of divisions between these marks. Some precautions to be observed while using a clinical thermometer. Thermometer should be washed before and after use, preferably with an antiseptic solution. Ensure that before use the mercury level is below 35 degrees Celsius. Read the thermometer keeping the level of mercury along the line of sight. Handle the thermometer with care. If it hits against some hard object, it can break. Don't hold the thermometer by the bulb while reading it. The normal temperature of human body is 37 degrees Celsius. Note that the temperature is stated with its unit. Now you may ask another question, is the body temperature of every person is 37 degrees Celsius? The temperature of every person may not be 37 degrees Celsius. It could be slightly higher or slightly lower. Actually, what we call normal temperature is the average body temperature of a large number of healthy persons. The clinical thermometer is designed to measure the temperature of human body only. The temperature of human body normally does not go below 35 degrees centigrade or above 42 degrees centigrade. That is the reason that this thermometer has the range 35 degree Celsius to 42 degree Celsius. Dear students, you may ask, how do we measure the temperature of other objects? For this purpose, there are other thermometers. One such thermometer is known as the laboratory thermometer. Different types of thermometers are used for different purposes. The maximum and minimum temperatures of the previous day reported in weather reports are measured by a thermometer called the maximum minimum thermometer. The range of a laboratory thermometer is generally from minus 10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius. Also, as you did in the case of the clinical thermometer, find out how much a small division on this thermometer reads. You would need this information to read the thermometer correctly. In addition to the precautions to be taken while reading a clinical thermometer, the laboratory thermometer should be kept upright, not tilted. Bulb should be surrounded from all sides by the substance of which the temperature is to be measured. The bulb should not touch the surface of the container. To measure the temperature of hot water, the laboratory thermometer must be in water. This is because as soon as we take the thermometer out of water, the level of mercury begins to fall. You may ask another question. While reading our own body temperature, we have to take the thermometer out of our mouth, isn't it? Why does the mercury not fall or rise in a clinical thermometer when taken out of the mouth? Observe a clinical thermometer again. We see a kink near the bulb. What is the use of the kink? It prevents mercury level from falling on its own. A kink means it is a sharp twist or curve in something. Dear students, there is a lot of concern over the use of mercury in thermometers. Mercury is a toxic substance and is very difficult to dispose of it if a thermometer breaks. These days, digital thermometers are available which do not use mercury. Okay, my dear students, till now we have studied about hot and cold, temperature, measuring of temperature, reading a thermometer, unit of temperature, different types of thermometer, etc. We shall see in the next class. Till then, have a nice time. Stay home, stay safe. Bye.